2 of time management challenge, the 5 days, 5 management challenge, time management challenge, sorry. Welcome everybody to day number 2 of time management challenge, the 5 days, 5 management challenge, time management challenge, sorry. And you are expected to go to my LinkedIn page, Meet Career Professionals Looking for a Breakthrough. You have to search that group and get into that so as to avail the 6th day customized time management planning for each of you. So the people who will be in that group, I'll be giving the time management customized plan for them. So this is the right time to enter into that group. I repeat, find the LinkedIn group for mid-career professionals looking for a breakthrough. And if you find that one, then get into that, right? Yes. So let us start with the day 2 of time management challenge. And just a minute so that I know screen shift 6 for time layout. Anyways, so today is how to manipulate time according to your system. Mind you, time is not managed. You can manage yourself, not the time. Time will be itself, it will be 24 hours a day for each of us. So how you manage yourself, it depends on how you will manage your time. So that is the trick, right? So let us start. Let me share the screen also so that we can discuss it. Let me make it full screen. So what I say is resetting mindset to manage time better. So it is you, self. So you is your mindset. How to reset that to manage time better. So the content of today's training will be envisaging the immediate result, time management leading to resourcefulness, and segmenting the day. Now, what do I mean by this? Let me see if you are able to see me. Yeah. So what do I mean by this? Envisaging the immediate result. So let me tell you a scenario. Like in the morning, if you start cooking, right? You start cooking, and if you haven't decided what to cook today, roti, chawal, dal, and sabji. Which sabji? If you decide, you think, like say, suppose cauliflower sabji is there in your mind, but there is no cauliflower in the fridge, then can you make it? So by the time you go to the market and fetch a cauliflower, by then it will be some time. So instead, if you think of something, or before you get your vegetables, if you have all this in mind, what you will be cooking this week, then you will get all those subjects only. that will save your time. And if you have got say 3 4 kind of sabji, what to take? If you haven't made a menu, then whether you will cook dal with palak or dal palak sabji differently, separately, then all that decision will take time. So there is a study which says that 10 15 minutes of planning saves 2 hours a day. So that is what I am meaning, right? So if you know what that story is, and if you have faced such kind of a scenario, then you will know. So then the let us start with the immediate rewards. Why do we have time management in our mind? It is about, if you want to be the Maharaja of your time, what will be your immediate expectations? I say reward, expertise. You will you will get reward for being timely. That reward can be of several kinds. One will be your people, your teammates will appreciate that. That is a reward. And because you are always timely in time, then you will get some kind of award, maybe from your institution, some kind of appreciation from your boss, some kind of recommendation for you. That is the reward. Expertise means, the if you finish your time, you if you complete your time, then all of us keep some kind of expertise, skill building time for ourselves. Then you can actually use that time to build your expertise. So that is another kind of reward. And salary raise, promotion, opportunity, recognition, incentive, all these, are the reward for a person who finishes time, who meets deadline, and thereby saves a lot of cost. And that is what leadership growth is. Why leadership growth? Because all these things, some of it you can do personally by giving effort. Many of the things you will not be able to give because your team is not complying. So if you are able to motivate your team to comply with your deadlines, then that is what leadership is. And you will build on that only. So step by step, might be you are dealing with just one team today, tomorrow there will be two teams, three teams, and likewise you will be managing the entire company someday. That is what the value ladder of leadership growth is. And what is being resourceful? Time is one resource, and there are other resources also. Time, money, and manpower. These are the resources we have at our disposal. So if you manage time, actually that is one way to manage your resources, your money, because you will save time, and managing your HR also, right? So that is what I mean by being resourceful. Segmenting the day. Many people I have seen that they segment the day by hours and by minutes. So if you think that segmenting your day by hours and minutes will help you, many of you will find that it is not helping you at all. So, how do you do? What I do, for example, is I segment my day into four parts. One is the morning time, second is the office time, your regular work. Third is the evening time, which is your reading time, because I cannot read in the morning. But every day you need to read for 30 minutes or so, at least 30 minutes. 1 hour will be the best. 2 hours if you can, that is even better. So, reading time is 2 hours, and another 2 hours will be your learning time. That is how I segment. You can rearrange your day according to your way of doing things in your life. Suppose you get up very late, so that goes into your morning time. What you can do is, suppose you are a late night person, what you can do is, in the before you go to sleep, you can brush your teeth, maybe by 2:30 or so. That is the time the early risers get up. So by 2:30 or 3, if you go to bed by that time, you can brush your teeth, you can take a shower and go to sleep. So if you get up by 8, then you are done with your brushing of teeth and getting a shower. So again, by that time you have to do some exercise, and if you don't mind doing exercises after by that, you will get a lot of sweat, and also you manage with your day without taking a shower, or maybe a little shower. So by that, if you can manage, then you can get up at 8 or 8:30 maybe, because you have done half of your things early in the morning. If that is okay with you. If not, then of course, if your morning, your office time starts at say about 10, and your travel time is 1 hour, then you have to be ready by 8:30, right? So keep a segment, the morning segment, which includes your morning routine. Mind you, morning is the time when you power up yourself. That is when you do your gratitude writing. That is a must. That is a must. As you wake up, you have to write in. You have to have your journal and a pen ready by your bedside, and you have to write down your thing, right? You have to write down your gratitude. Why? Because you woke up in the morning. That is, express your gratitude for that. Whatever you have in life, express your gratitude. Even if it is a repetition, you did it yesterday, even today you have to do. So that is the gratitude. The second thing is the exercise. For 20 minutes, you do some exercise, because that is how you will uh, push your body to be in shape. And meditation is the next. So do the meditation. So 1 hour of this morning routine is very essential, but some of you might not be habituated to that morning routine. Hi Shivam, hi, thank you for being here and welcome. And if you have any question, you can write down there so that I can see and take your question. Mm, are you able to hear? Say yes or no in the chat box so that I can see. And if keep on asking question, I don't mind, right? Uh, but you have to ask in writing in the chat. Thank you. So here I was talking about the morning routine, right? So the morning routine has to be, like, say, it takes 1 to 1.5 hours to get ready, even if you don't do anything. So now that you have your morning gratitude, exercise, and meditation, I call it as gem. So this gem powers you up. So if you are doing this gem, then you have to allocate your time, which means it affects your sleeping time. If you have to go to office, right? If you have to take up your work. So if you are a student and you can manage without going to college, till 12 or so, it is okay for you. But even then, you will lose a lot of time. So why not come back to that habit of waking up early? If you are getting up at say 12 p.m., you can wake up at 11 p.m. and slowly you can reduce your time and get up earlier, right? So that is a habit you need to form, because that is how you allocate your time. Again, what I'm saying is, if you are a late night person, then you have to finish many of your activities in the night, because many people like the tranquility of the night. Nobody is disturbing, no sound, no pollution, no nothing. So many of you become productive during that time. So then you have to take your work during night and release your daytime into being lazy. Now, now what happens is, your body is uh, is a biological machine, right? This during daytime, certain hormones get released, which creates productivity in us. During the night, those hormones are not released. The hormones which will allow you to relax and sleep will be released during the night time. So, if you cannot defy those hormones and still get healthy, so if you want to be healthy, then you have to obey the day and night cycles, right? So, for that, this is what I am giving. Time management is okay. Even if you don't do in the day and do it in the night, that is okay. But for long term, your health will be suffering. So for that, you have to wake up early. Try getting there. Or we'll have a small exercise how you will get there, right? And then during office time also, I'll give you another. It ranges to 8 hours normally, right? So those 8 hours of work you can squeeze into 4 hours. You can make it 50%. There is some author who does it 4 hours only in a week, still he manages to do big. So what he knows is, he knows how to squeeze and give quality time for his work, so that he can manage the entire week's work in just 4 hours. So let us start with like say half, making it half. 8 hours work squeezed into just 4 hours. How can you do that? If you plan beforehand, then as I say, anything that you plan saves you 1 hour. So if you plan for 1 hour, then 4 hours of your time will be reduced. That is the simple logic. 15 minutes of planning saves 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So 1 hour of planning will save 4 times of that, 4 hours. So your entire 8 hours day will be squeezed into 4 hours. That is the second thing. Third thing is, as soon as you get back to your home in the evening after office hours, if you have squeezed your day into 4 hours, then you will be still fresh. You will not be tired. So you can spend with your family. So give them 2 hours at least. So that will be from 6 to 8. Then do some reading for 30 minutes to 1 hour. That will be 8 to 9. And last will be learning. So another 30 minutes you can give. And by 9:30 you should go to sleep. Right? So this will be segmentation of your day. Next is why you should read, that is personal development. And while learning you should learn journaling, because you will write down the experience of your day. You will just vent out, pour out all your feelings, sentiments, emotion, whatever happenings, anger, everything into a journal, so that you don't have to carry that within your mind, right? So that is what. And then personal constraints. What are the constraints at personal level? You will find some anger, some negative emotion, some jealousy, anything that you find in your mindset. That is a constraint that you are resisting. Something is there and you are trying to resist. So, in order to release yourself, you have to realign. You have to come to terms with whatever friction or compulsion or anything that you are facing. Just realize and try to examine it further. So if you are doing journaling, then that will be very clear if you start journaling. The next thing is delegation. How do you save your time? You don't have to do the entire thing yourself. You have to delegate some of your work to your juniors or colleagues. And how you would do? For that, you have to be prepared from beforehand. They need to be trained in that, so that they can take up your work. Some routine work, but very urgent, important work, those will be taken care of by your colleagues. So you should know how to delegate. Before delegating, you should know how to train them, right? And suppose in all this something is stopping you. So what is that thing which stops you? You need to know that also, right? And there are something which you cannot delegate, you cannot do yourself, but it is a time waster. Then delete those habits, like watching TV. So without watching TV also you can do. And you will ask a question, how you will know about the entire world, what is happening and what is not. See, you can if you can know the headlines. So what is happening? If you know what is happening in the economies of various countries, then you know if a war happens, economies suffer all around the globe. There is a simple funda. And because people are not aligned to values, proper values of universal brotherhood, that is why things are happening. Friction is happening. What more do you want to know? Every detail you don't have to know. If you are not a political writer or political analyst or anything, you don't have to know what is happening and what has happened to cause whatever is happening. All those things you don't have to bother about. See, this is a choice you have to make. What is better things are at stake than having these analysis and all this news. You have to decide, right? Then another thing is how to choose what to do. Suppose your to-do list is a very big list. So out of that 20 things that you have listed out to be done today, You can choose the utmost three things of today. Rest of the things can be delegated or deleted, right? Or to be uh, assigned to another time frame, another time, so that you don't have to be there doing everything by yourself. So if you know this thing, then you are a good planner. See, if you go by Pareto rule, then Pareto rule says that 20% of your work, there are 20% in your to-do list, which actually takes care of another 80% of the to-do tasks. So use that. Then how to choose what is important for you? See, what is important for you keeps on changing. So today, whatever is important, that will not remain important for you tomorrow. So choose what is very important for you today. So list down all those to-do list thing. So you can rank them. Um, this is 80, this is 20, this is 30. By percentage, you can rank them. Then see if choose the highest percentages, right? Whatever, suppose there are 4 tasks in the 80% range, then what you can do is choose the first task, then compare it against the second task. If the second task is more important, then bring the second task into the first position, and the first position task goes now to second position. Now choose the first position task with third position task. If both of them, one of whichever is heavier, goes to the first position and the second. Likewise, you can choose 1, 2, 3. Once first position task is done, you can choose the second position task and compare it with the rest of the thing, and that is how you will prioritize the first 3 tasks. And if you have known about Stephen Covey's quadrants, the first, he actually maps against the important, not important, against the urgent and not urgent. So the urgent and important things you need to do, important and not urgent you need to plan. So that is the planning time. Not important but urgent, you have to delegate, and not important, not urgent, you have to eliminate. So these are the things that you need to do and learn. So we can, if you come to my VIP group, then we can, on 6th day, we can plan your day. And for the techniques that I give you, how to do it, that one we can take up in a paid assignment, right? See, for the time management, as I say, this requires a mindset. You have to surrender to the mentor to be able to see the reason what is that you are doing wrong. Each of us take many we take many things as granted and do the mistake out there. Somebody else, a second person, when he sees us, he actually can find out the actual mistake that we are doing. So for that, you have to be acceptive, receptive, and you should unlearn and surrender to the mentor. So I qualify those people according to that. Otherwise, whatever you ask, I'll give you a time management plan, and it will, if it doesn't work, you will blame me. So anything you decide, right? And in the description below, you will see the link to go to my LinkedIn page, LinkedIn group, where you will get exclusive treatment for the 6th day customized plan, and we will take it from there. So I request everybody. Hi Harish. Hi. Thank you for being there. Any question you have, Shubham and Harish? Both of you are here, and I welcome you, both of you, and thank you for being here. Any question you can write down here so that I can see, and then we can take it forward. I'll try to answer your questions. Any question, Harish? Or otherwise, we will conclude this training. Day 2. Harish, I am waiting for your question. Any question? If no question, then please write. There is no question. And Q, you can write. Shubham, if you are there still, you can also write your question. Thank you, Harish. And Shubham, if you are there, then you also can. Thank you, Harish. Thank you for the compliment. Actually, I request you to, because there are 3 more days left in this time management session. I'll be doing at 7 p.m. only, so you can invite your friends also, whatever. And yes, this is done for today. Tomorrow I'll be doing day number 3, and day number 4 and day number 5. Right. So you can also inform your friends who need time management, and so that they can take advantage, benefit of this training session. This is free, absolutely, and I do it once in a year. The second training session will be on another project related to mindset change. So, thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow at 7. Please search for the group Mid Career Professionals Looking for a Breakthrough. Look for that group and please get into there, because the 6th day training I'll be doing inside that group only. Thank you for being here. Thank you.